folks. Do you ever have one of those days where you just wake up and your mood's just pissy and you don't really know why? And no matter what you do during the course of the day, everything just seems to kind of irritate you or piss you off. That was today for me. I haven't been in a great mood all day. Different things are going on. Lately at work, it's been slow, so I'm always fearful that I guess fear is the right word, that they'll send me home because there's nothing to do. And, I can't really afford to go without my weekly pay, in full. So, it's been a little bit stressful, so I haven't been really hitting the buy it now button for the last week or two just because of how slow it's been. They did send me home one day, and, since then they haven't, but I'm just worried. Today we had quite a bit of work come in, so I should have plenty to do for the rest of the week, which is nice, but it's just one of those deals where, I don't know, it's because of the type of work I do. The skills kind of translate to web design and stuff, as far as like graphic design and things, but as far as the print side of it, there are quite a few intricacies to printing, as far as printing on paper and stuff versus doing stuff for the web. Your resolutions have to be a lot more crisp. Go on, kitty. And you have to know the difference between like CMYK and RGB stuff and resolutions and just setups and how you have to set things up to get them to go together correctly and all that. And but it's a dying thing, and it's frustrating sometimes because I'm 42 years old and I just don't know if this is going to last me the rest of my life. Not this place, I don't even know about that, but I'm saying in general, just the field itself. And I feel like I'm too old to go back to school. I know people are like, you're never too old. Well, I was never happy about going to school to begin with. So thinking about going back, especially after 20 plus years of being away from it, it doesn't appeal to me at all. So it's just like, I don't know. I guess you got to do what you got to do in certain situations. Yeah, so, I mean, basically, I don't really know where this video is headed because I wasn't really sure. I thought about doing a community question or something, but I was just in a pissy mood, and I don't think I would do a very good video as far as that goes. And I don't know. I was watching Bithead 1000's latest NES video, which was awesome as usual. He's just an awesome guy. I love his vids. Seems like a real, genuine person, and his stories he tells about his childhood are really great. I love the guy no matter what he's doing, but I don't get people that just want to comment and leave fucking, critiques or telling him what he should do, but they don't even post videos themselves, and it's just like, I don't, and I mean, part of it is I was just in a pissy mood today, so I'm reading these comments. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And things like that. And it just, maybe it ate at me a little more because really the people that comment on my videos, well, basically, like I've said, I mean, I have about a good 70 to 100 people that I know probably watch pretty much everything I put up, and probably a good dozen or something will leave comments on a regular basis, and they're always, for the most part, I've always been positive. And even going all the way back through my videos, if you go into my comments and stuff, for the most part, most of them are positive. I've never really had a problem, and I've never removed comments, but I've had a couple people that were jerks over the years, mainly when I was taking care of my mother and she was living with me, and they were saying that I live at home with my mom and I should get a life and grow up and all this, and they didn't know the situation, and it irritated me, and I fired back at them, and if they didn't drop it after hearing the situation, then I just blocked them or whatever. And it was maybe a few people. But overall, it's either been positive or I just don't get. I'll get a few thumbs up and I'll just get the views, but I don't get any kind of feedback other than mainly positive feedback from the people that I deal with. I mean, pretty much it's all positive, you know. Knock wood, because then somebody will be like, "Hey, here's a fucking rude comment for you." But I just don't understand. I mean, they were saying shit because he's collecting NES games and he's going for the full library. I think that's a tall order, but you know, I wish him well. I mean, he's on the way and he's got people, you know, helping him out. And actually, to be honest, I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I sent him some games, you know, because I had a bunch of doubles, and he was saying that, you know, garage sale season was ending, and he didn't know whether he'd be finding video games or not. And I think about that time, a bunch of people decided, hey, we'll send you some stuff. So he's gotten like a bunch of packages. And the one I sent him, it said he received it a couple of weeks ago, but he just hasn't been able to get to it because he's got so many packages and stuff, which just shows you the love for the guy and his channel. But then you have people commenting on his videos like, why the fuck are you doing NES? You know, NES is dead in the YouTube gaming community. That comment really pissed me off when the guy was like, you know, NES is dead in the YouTube gaming community. I'm like, the whole community, you're saying NES, nobody gives a shit about it anymore, because evidently he ain't coming to my fucking channel, because that's one of my main deals, you know. And you know, another guy's like, well, if it's not dead, it's a dead horse, you know, it's been beaten to death. And then, you know, a couple people are defending it, saying, you know, actually his viewership has gone up since he started doing the NES stuff. And you know, I mean, I don't feel the need to defend Bithead, but when I see people leaving comments, I'm like, what the fuck? Especially people that don't put up videos themselves. You know, I'm like, you just want to come by and drop a comment, critique somebody, and tell them what you think they should do, and not, you know, put up videos yourself, you know. I mean, that just, it drives me nuts. And I've never had a lot of that either. And part of that's because I'm a peon, you know, dude, that has a small viewership, a decent subscribership, but a small viewership. You know, Bithead puts up a video, and then within, you know, 2 days, he's got over 1,000 views, you know, or something, you know. And you know, I put up a video, and it might not go over 1,000 views for a year, unless it's a gameplay video. I don't even know if I have any, like, regular videos. None of my, like, just me doing shit have more than a few hundred at least. You know, that's probably the max. You know. And I think a few of my gameplay videos over the years, for some reason that's X-Men Wolverine's Revenge or some shit game for the 360. I did a gameplay a long time ago, and it's gotten like 150,000 views or something over the years. And I don't really know why. You know, the video's not really anything special. And you know, the quality is not very good at all. So, anyway, I don't know. It just irked me that people would leave comments and not. I'm like, then put up or shut up, dude. You know, do your own videos. I mean, I didn't respond to the guy, but it just got under my skin because of the mood I was in today. And I was just like, man, what fucking gives you the right to tell people how to do shit? Because, you know, I click on them and I go to their thing and they don't post videos, you know, or whatever. And it's just like, I don't even remember the guy, and it doesn't matter. It's not up to me. You know, I think when it gets to where you have a bunch of subscribers and subscribership, it reaches a point where you just got to ignore a lot of that shit, I think, because that's part of the problem, too, is I take things pretty personally. Because I'm a nice guy, but I wear my emotions on my sleeve a lot of times, and I don't know. It would just bother me if somebody was you know, being really pissy or or trying to tell me what to do, and they don't even do it themselves. I'm like, well, you know, why don't you show me how it's done there, big boy, you know? And I guess you just got to have a thicker skin, and sometimes I don't when it comes to shit like that. And that's part of the reason why I'm glad I've never really had to deal with it to this point, knock, 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 because I don't see my subscribership shooting through the fucking roof or anything anytime soon. So, you know, it's just one of those things. And I don't know, for some reason that NES thing really got under my skin too. Because I'll tell you what's dead in the gaming community. Friggin' interaction, for the most part, through videos, interaction. You know, people leave comments and stuff, and I'll comment back and stuff, but the response videos, tag videos, challenge videos, all that shit is dead, man. I mean, people just don't do it, or will, you know, begrudgingly, you know. I mean, it's just like, it's not, I don't know, it's just, that's what's dead. People don't do that anymore. They don't have fun with their fellow gamers in the community and interact with them. It's all about doing a little bit of a show and having that viewership and subscribership, and maybe leaving you know, I don't want to talk about other people, but I try to leave. But part of this is because I don't have that many. You know, leaving comments back to people, that's a big thing with me. If you took the time out of your, you know, day to type a comment, even if it's just like great vid, that means a lot to me, because it means you want to participate, you want to interact, and it's just like, you know, so I feel like the at least I can do is comment back. And I know it was at a certain point it reaches an overload to where you might get thousands of comments and there's just no way to deal with it. I don't have that, you know, and I don't know when it would hit that tipping point, if it ever did, where I would be like, there's just no fucking way I can comment back to everybody anymore. But you know, I don't know. There's just not a lot. I don't feel like I've got a lot of friends anymore. I mean, there's people on here that I met, new people, new guys, and some great people that are still here. But there's a lot of guys, a lot of friends that just either just left, or they just don't do videos anymore, but they still have a channel. And it's just sad. And, you know, I mean, even some of the new guys I've met, you know, don't really do videos, or they may do them, but they just, you know, it's few and far between. I mean, I'm subbed to about 90 or so people, and I think maybe 4 or 5 of them do videos on a weekly basis. I mean, Lawn Boy Post 1975 does a video almost every day. SNES-tastic still does about a video a week. You know, Bitheads does about 1 or 2 a week. Gaming Galleon, Cat Mraz does videos. But a lot of the guys I'm sub to don't even do videos. I mean, we'll do them just very sporadically. And I even reached that point, I guess, where I was doing them sporadically. But, I mean, people that just keep their channel going on a regular interval are rare now. and it's just like, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm saying. I don't really know what I'm talking about, I guess. Maybe I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Maybe I'm the odd man out, you know. I'm still enjoying it. I'm still having fun. I still got a lot of ideas. I got a lot of things that I'd like to do. Today's not the day. I'm just in a pissy mood, so today's not the day for it. But that dude that said fucking NES was dead just really got under my skin for some reason. Because I'm like, man, NES is a fucking cornerstone machine. It's pretty much what everybody in the 80s and 90s, early 90s, and in the 80s grew up with. And if you didn't, you had an older brother that had one, and you might have got it second. You might have got a Super Nintendo or a Nintendo 64, but I guarantee you your older brother had an NES or sister that had an NES, and you played it, and to say that it's dead is just the catalog of games alone, the longevity of the system. I mean, I know that James Rolfe, I know the Angry Video Game Nerd, really has stuck to NES over the years. It's his go-to. I mean, I'd say probably 60 to 75% of his videos are on NES games. So maybe that's what he's referring to, that it's been done to death because maybe the bigger names like the Angry Video Game Nerd and stuff have just done it so much. But I don't know. I don't think it's dead. And to that end, I do have 2 games here that kind of came in the mail. One of them was a dude that was supposed to have it to me over a freaking week ago, and it finally got here last night. He's like, oh, I don't know, but he didn't mail it till the fucking 7th, and it was supposed to be here on the 8th. And then he's like, I don't know why it's not there. Well, you didn't overnight it, and I left a neutral comment on his thing. I'd opened a request 3 days after he sent it because it was just saying in transit on the thing and not updating the tracking, and it was 3 days late. So I was like, when am I going to get this? And he goes, well, check. He's like telling me I should check with my post office. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I mean, you're the one that mailed it to me. Why should I do your follow-up work? And then finally it arrived. The tracking still didn't say it was here. I mean, it's still saying on its way to Independence, Missouri, when it showed up. And so, I mean, I closed the case, and I did not, negative feedback the guy, but I left a neutral comment saying package was 6 days late, but it was in the expected condition that I wanted. And then on the star thing, I gave him a 1 on shipping time. Because I'm like, fucking learn how to ship your shit, buddy. But anyway, the game that I finally got last night was a game I had talked about. It's one of those garage sale games that I lost. I've gotten back the garage sale games now, I believe. We picked up that Major League Baseball, complete in the box, recently, and Bad Dudes. And this was the third one that I know I was missing from the garage sale, and I finally got it. And this is a good copy, and that's why I was like not gonna begrudge the guy a neutral comment. But I picked up Karate Kid for the NES, and I mean it is a good copy. I mean the quality is pretty nice, and it's complete. Another fucking thing on eBay today, I'm sitting there looking at things, and I searched NES, CIB, meaning complete in the box, and a bunch of shit comes up that says CIB game missing manual. I'm like, then it's not CIB if it's missing the fucking manual. Oh God, it's just like everybody was an idiot today. I don't know. It just seemed like everybody was a friggin' moron. Here's the game. Label looks good. Cart sounds a little loose in there. Sorry, I'm getting a little choked up because I'm talking so much. Had a black sleeve, and the instruction book is in pretty good shape. You have some of this wear from, just wear from sliding it in and out of the box or what have you. So some of the black is worn slightly on it, but I mean the pages look pretty good. This back edge was a little dog-eared, but I mean anymore I can't ask for it in any better shape than this. I think I paid a 15 with free shipping, because I'm trying to stick around that $12 to $15, and then whatever the shipping is. I'm trying to really stay around 15 with the shipping, but it's hard to really find, and the stuff I'm looking for now, it's hard for me to find a copy that's even that cheap, that's beat to hell. I mean, I'm looking for Goonies 2, and what else am I looking for? A decent copy of RC Pro-Am. I have one, but the box is ripped across the back, and I taped it, but the whole back's ripped, like from this, like one of the corners all the way down to the side here, and it's taped. Oh yeah, I got Tetris too, but not from that guy. I think this was $7.95 plus a $2.99 ship or something. This is the Nintendo Tetris, Nintendo sleeve, and then the instructions, which look nice. Not the Tengen Tetris, which it seems to be outrageous if you want that one. I think it's a black cart. I think they only did black cart only on Tetris for Tengen. So I picked up 2 more boxed games, which is, I don't even know. I'm starting to lose track again. I need to go through and update my list. I'm starting to lose track. But I did get all of them in the sleeves, except for those 2. Now I need to put sleeves on them. And another thing is, I recently, because the stuff has been a little more expensive, and I was worried about my finance. It's not that bad. I'm worrying because I'm just a worrier in general, but I don't like getting sent home because I don't have work to do. So anyway, I'm ordering some instruction books for some of the games that I have that are missing instructions, to make the copies complete. If the instructions aren't real expensive and they're in decent shape, I'm going ahead and picking them up. I'm not sure exactly what games I am missing the instructions on. So, and this copy is not the greatest of the instructions, but it was the only one I've seen for this kind of price. So I went ahead and got it, and it has a sticker on it, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that off. But it's instructions for Ultima Quest of the Avatar. I have a map for it, but I didn't have the instructions. And this cover is actually kind of loose on here, and the cover's pretty beat. What I might be able to do is just repro the cover and not the whole book, and then put a new cover on it. Because the book itself is in decent shape. It's the cover that's really screwed up. So if I, can repro the cover, I can just pop the staples and put a new cover on, and then put the staples back through, and it would look really nice then. Which I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. But it's barely hanging on there. But actually, the pages are color, which is nice. I mean, to actually see some color in your manual. And it's thick, too. I mean, it's like 70 pages or something. But yeah, that cover is pretty weak. I didn't see the whole thing. I only saw... The picture the guy had was just like this. I mean, it was just the cover and the back. It didn't show how it was really connected staple-wise. And so I didn't know it was loose like that, which is kind of irritating. But like I said, I think I paid $5 or $6 for it. It was cheaper than buying a whole new copy of the game, considering I already had the map in the box and stuff. And like I said, all the pages in the book look nice. It's just that cover, so I think our best option is to probably repro the cover. Which I might be able to scan that one and then clean it up and just use the real artwork from that. And then, so that way it'll be an exact dupe. It'll just be matching the color, which I can do. Not that hard. So, anyway, that's about it. Mainly bitching and then a manual and a couple of games. I guess it's kind of a pickups video, huh? So, yeah. And like I said, I've got more instruction books. I don't know if you're going to, like, want to see all of those, but, you know, I got instruction books for games like Pictionary. Woo! Pictionary and, I don't know, Home Alone. I'm trying to think. Operation Wolf. Mock Rider. I was missing the instructions in my black box Mock Rider, so I did get some Mock Rider instructions, which is cool. I'm not rightly sure at the moment how many games I'm actually missing instruction books for. And like I said, some of them, the NES aren't that bad. The main thing right now that's really going to bite if I buy it for the NES is buying the Final Fantasy maps, because I thought I had them. I thought I've had them forever. And I've just never been able to find them. And I'm starting to think I don't have them, and I thought I did, but I don't. And to buy those two maps, most games you either have to buy them complete, or if you're buying the maps in the instruction book, they want like $25 or $30 for freaking maps and instruction book, and I'm just like, I don't know if it's worth it. But anyway, because you can download pictures of them. So I mean, if you need them to just for reference, you can look at them on a tablet or something while you're playing. So I don't know. It's that completist in me. This usually happens where I go back and I buy stuff and then I rebuy it because I want it in better quality or I want it complete. But at the time I bought it, I didn't give a crap. You know, that kind of thing. And for a while, like you all know, you have to know if you've been watching this shit forever, that you know, if they had a boxed NES game at vintage stock, I would buy it. And so far, that's actually held true. I mean, they had that boxed NES Mario at the one place, and I bought it. I did not buy Wrecking Crew, that fucking $90 Wrecking Crew. But tell you the truth, it's going for quite a penny on eBay right now as well, complete. So I don't know if $90, according to eBay prices, was that far out of line. So anyway, I'll let you go. I'll try to be in a better mood next video. And you know, you can leave comments. Comment on how pissy I'm being and how I need to lighten up and just have fun again and not be pissy and worry about things. And I'll go, yeah, I know. So anyway, yeah, thanks to all the people that interact and come by and view the vids and thumb it up or leave a comment. That's what I'm saying. You guys go the extra mile. So, I mean, you know, great. I love it. You know, I love that I have that. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know that I would want a large audience because then I would feel like I was shortchanging people. And right now it's more intimate, I guess is the right word. So it sounds, you know, sounds kind of romantic, but not intimate. Intimate means small, doesn't it? I don't know what it really fucking means. Who cares? Anyway, I'm gonna leave this vid right here. I was watching some guy recently, and that's what he says at the end. I'm gonna leave this video here. I don't know if he means leave as in end it or leave as in just dropping it right here. So anyway, I guess I can quit rambling and end this. The best part of my day, I just happened to spot this out of the corner of my eye. I forgot I had bought this Deadpool wallet a long time back. I just haven't ever used it because my wallet's still in good shape. But it's a Deadpool wallet. But they dropped this Deadpool Bob Ross parody kind of teaser trailer for Deadpool 2 today. That was fucking hilarious. That made my day out of everything. So if you haven't watched that, if you haven't watched the first Deadpool, I'd be surprised. But the Deadpool 2 trailers and stuff they're doing are pretty hilarious. And that one today really, really made my day. So, yeah. So anyway, thanks for coming by, and we'll talk to you next vid. Bye.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you were here?